First off, any questions or need to recap or anything like that?
There's a bomb under a... Oh, okay.
Oh, was this not for me?
No, that one was for me.
You had given it to me, Matt. I'm sorry.
No, not one in town.
Recap, Moogle says there's a bomb.
Yes.
I know what's going on.
Can we get
I
an...
also know I'm not currently a part of the scene, so
Oh, for the...
hoorah!
Now I want an EOD Moogle.
There's a bomb under a blackjack table.
I want to see a Moogle in a bomb disposal suit.
Was it a blackjack table or was it a roulette
It's a roulette table.
I can speak bugle.
Hold up.
Like,
Bitch ass punk.
it's like for some reason it squeaks as it waddles through in the bomb suit.
Dry Carbalon.
I mean, Tommy's just gonna go around murder people, so.
Can't do that yet.
Yeah, I can. It's the den of sin. It's my workplace. I have all permission within my workplace to murder
Not
those.
murder.
They haven't caused an issue yet.
We're like
They
Disney World.
found an issue.
Nobody dies here.
Yeah. They're just permanently unconscious.
I'd also point out you're dealing with the equivalent of government employees. You start offing them, you're going to have problems.
Yeah, but they have to prove that I did it.
Again.
This is evil cyberpunk mega conglomerate corp. They don't have to prove shit.
They're not helping anyone.
That's what I said. We're just permanently seeing to it that they're unconscious.
No, we're not offing anyone.
As like they'll just eminent domain your building and call it a day.
What was that?
As like, they don't have to prove shit. They'll just eminent domain your building and call it a day.
Just take an ear.
So you guys live in the slums. They have no problems building an interstate over you.
They're being nice right now with what they're trying to do.
Roll 20 is being very slow. Oh, that's right. We need roll 20 up on this.
Man, roll 20 being slow. The nerve.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to go Saturday after last time.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
bomb.
Shit,
I can't
where's...
see again. I can see. I can't see. I can see.
I will blame my newly created pantheon for that. Oh, by the way, I have a pantheon now.
Oh, Kingdom Come. This is my favorite.
Okay.
I'm sorry to tell you this. I cannot find a Moogle in EOD armor.
Yeah, the closest I found was solid snake Moogle. They don't have EOD Moogle, sadly.
I have solid snake Moogle.
Solid Snake Moogle.
Solid snake Moogle is probably the Moogle in the Ustrina Empire.
Yeah.
It's like their Moogles pack heat.
Yeah. So, bomb.
Yep, bomb.
Yeah, I know. I went into
A group of patrons had rushed out. You're
They
able.
were in the process of rushing out, sir. In the process of rushing out.
No, several of them actually had rushed out. They have cleared the doorway. They are not on the map anymore.
Oh, so there was like a group of people that were standing right there.
How are you going to stop a group of people?
I'm a commie. I'm just gonna stand in front of them and tell them if they move another step, I'm gonna kill them.
Roll intimidation.
This is not mine, correct?
No, this is mine.
Okay.
I just can't get them open for some reason. I don't have any nails.
I don't have any nails too. I put my nails to the quick. Because if not, I'll sit there and chew on them all day.
Or just
Yeah. The other day...
roll intimidation.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I was looking at my skills. I can't see. I'm not very skilled in intimidation.
Well, that's ironic, given what your chosen persona.
I would say that's ironic considering you just threaten people.
That too.
All the threats.
The amount of times you do both of those things kind of makes it
Rolled a 9.
we question things.
I didn't roll very high. Like, at all on the dice. I didn't even reach double digits.
Thomas is very intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas
would
is
be
more intimidating than
The cleric would be intimidating.
Thomas can't roll a 9.
Dang it.
Thomas has a skill minimum of 4.
An exploding D6 will not help me here.
See, Kami has something on her side that Thomas doesn't. If she tells a person she's gonna fucking kill him, she's gonna kill them.
Okay. What was your intimidation roll?
I rolled a 9. I didn't even reach double digits on the die. I'm using new dice today. So they probably just need to warm up. It wasn't a 1 though. So there's that.
Oh, that's freaking amazing. Some of a number of the patrons that are rushing out will look at you and be like, but, excuse me, Connie, there's a bomb. Didn't you hear? We need to get out of here. And like three of them will attempt to rush past you. 2, however, have chosen your word over self-preservation.
Yeah, I will remember their faces, and they're now banned from the inn.
Oh, whoa.
If they don't have to take care of them, they don't need to be here, Matt.
Yes, my plan is slowly working. No.
We will get new customers, don't worry. And then I will turn to the 2 that stayed. They will get a free game card, courtesy of Thomas, for their belief in us, and I will let them know it's a hoax. I assure you, there is never any device inside the building to blow it up. Normally, people make attempts to blow up the building by the roof side, and I go over this building every morning before I step outside.
Oh wow. Do you have like music playing through the jukebox?
Yes.
Yeah, he usually does.
Yeah, just no one has that feature active, so...
I do. I just have it turned down low so it's not blasting out the mic like Matt is right now.
Whenever I connected my phone to my TV, it's actually playing the music.
Cool.
It does not play on this tablet.
Cool. It may not be supported on the tablet.
Not much is.
It's supported on my Galaxy cell phone.
Now, can you turn it down a little bit so it's not blasting us out?
What?
Can you turn it down a little bit so it's not blasting us out? Thank you.
Okay.
But yeah, so I will let them know. I will reward them for their trust in us. And I will turn to the ass crank that announced there was a bomb and let him know that he has 30 seconds to regale me with how there is a bomb here. Otherwise, I cannot be held accountable for my actions.
A number of the patrons are... You're hearing whispers, the 2 of you. Actually, Thomas, where you are, you can probably hear it too. Are hearing whispers like, "What, a bomb? What, is it true?" And basically there's a bit of a commotion as people aren't quite sure what to do. It's like part of them are like, "No, there can't be a bomb," and another part is like, "But no, really, a bomb. Probably should stop eating now."
I'm going to because I assume that the casino's mostly cleared out.
At this particular moment, there's essentially a chaotic pseudo debate among the denizens of the den.
And while they're all having that argument, I have rolled deception to disarm the air quote bomb by just kind of holding Rosara up and having her chew on the the wires that you always chew on in these situations.
Okay.
There we go. We'll go with that one. Okay. I would like to tell the people that there is no bomb.
Okay. Make me a
Dollar roll. Make a dollar roll.
No, it'd be a persuasion roll that balances out to normal, just because you have advantage because you're Thomas and they know you, but you also have disadvantage because it's a fucking bomb and I want to live.
This isn't deception. I mean, there's very obviously a ticking device here.
Well, then, right. It's well.
You said persuasion.
You're right. You're right. It would be deception. Either way, it'd be rolled as normal. Okay.
That was a low roll.
At least you broke double digits. I didn't start breaking double digits till after my 5th roll. Those are just warm-ups. Just so you know, Tommy did not sleep well last night. So she is in a very foul mood this morning. If she doesn't get her bloodlust fixed, we will have issues.
She didn't get her fix slapping me around this morning?
No, it's not enough because she couldn't hurt you. Like...
Okay. Listening to your words and taking comfort in the man who has provided them with gambling, food, and people to sleep with, or any combination of the three for the particular patrons that are here. You'll hear someone yell over to you, "Good! I'm glad it was a mistake."
No, we can't punch him. But okay, I'm then going to make my way over to the scene and take a look.
Okay. Take a look. Okay. You see what appears to be a small electronic device under the table with a like red light that's on, a few wires connected to it. There's like a canister surrounded by electronics, a crystal floating in the center of this suspension liquid. Rosara?
Yeah, Rosara.
Rosara is like trying to chew through some of the wires, though it doesn't appear to have any effect.
Really? Her
Yes.
bite does a D4 plus 3. That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's basically a trap, yeah.
It essentially, yeah. You could try to use not disable trap.
As it would be Thieves' Tools check.
Thieves' Tools. I'm in Pathfinder, y'all.
That's my dex plus my proficiency bonus.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that's what the deception check for was, to try and sell it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I'm letting you know that. Yeah.
That's interesting, considering he had prestidigitation involved. I thought it was actually physically there. Alright.
Alrighty. That's a 25.
25. Okay. As you approach and you kind of pull out your tools, as you approach with your tools, Aleste will look over at you. Are you licensed for bomb disposal?
I'm sorry, it was a dirty 20. I forgot my +1.
Him, I license for bomb disposal? Absolutely. Is that a deception check?
Yes, because he looks at you quizzically. If you are, then where are your papers? I think we need someone official to come in here.
I'm going to burn a luck point.
I don't like that roll. I'm rolling again.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Oh my gosh, there's a stake. That's gonna be a 26.
Dang it! I keep doing that. I keep typing the dice roller in like I'm D6.
Give him a d6, that's fine. Isn't that right, Cal?
Give him a D6?
Mm-hmm.
D6 to the face.
D6 damage to the face.
Ugh!
Yeah, really. And do we really have time to be checking papers?
There's always time to check papers.
Well, there's always time to get snacks. I promise I'll make it quick.
But he believes me, yes?
He believes that you're qualified right now and is like, I guess, papers.
Alrighty. Thomas will go with his, what did I say, 25 to go disarm?
Yep.
I will get out of Thomas's way so he can do that, and while he is doing that, I would like to pull Kami aside real quick.
Okay, you can pull her aside.
Are we trying to kill him? Is it time to strike?
No, but in traditional JRPG fashion, in which I have a piece of information and the storyline doesn't require me to remember it till 20 minutes after the fact that after we needed it. Do you remember the name of the guy we fought on the roof?
Yeah. Insert name here.
Do you know where he lives and or worked?
Yeah. Insert place of residence and house here.
That's probably where we need to go then.
I haven't done any pillaging or in a while.
Because if my guess is right, what they're looking for is probably what caused him to mutate like he did, which means it's going to be someplace he spent a lot of time. Those seem the most likely places to me.
Fair enough.
As you are trying to disarm this, Thomas, can you make me an investigation roll, please?
Investigation. I smell a mystery.
And as much fun as I am watching your boss try to disarm that, we probably ought to leave while they're distracted by him trying to disarm it.
Alright, let's get out of there, because if not, I'm gonna either kill a patron or kill the guy.
19.
That's why I mentioned it now.
Okay.
And hold on.
Because once he figures out what's going on over there, he's probably not going to want us to be around either.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, no, Thomas didn't hear that.
That's why I pulled her aside!
And the Celestial Piglet and Kami will utter, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Thomas is not going to respond.
And now we've split the party 3 ways. Alright.
I know, right? Hells
Hey,
yeah.
who knows? I might be going near the bazaar, near the guy's jewelers.
We're doing this Final Fantasy 6/9 style, where we split the party and you get to play minisodes.
Oh yeah, totally. Okay, Thomas. As you are messing with this, Kami and Ro can go off. As you are messing with this, you find something peculiar. You can't disarm this. And you immediately can tell why. Hold on. I have to get ready. It's a fake! It appears to be some form of immaterial image with an accompanying sound.
So it's not, it doesn't even have
It is the illusion.
That's how you're basically dealing with an illusion.
Yes. It's a combination of a still image and a tiny sound, in this case, beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
The power of cantrips.
Yep.
Can I move it?
Can you move it? If you attempt to physically interact with it in that way, your hand will pass through it.
Because you've touched it, you immediately know it's an illusion, because it was not a high spell level
Thomas
illusion.
is going to look over and glare at the person who found it.
Huh, it looks like your vaunted certification wasn't enough.
I'm going to be like, it's not real.
Certainly it is. I suspect you and your... I suggest you and your patrons leave before it explodes.
I suggest you make this go away before I explode. That is an intimidation check, sir.
Oh yes, please explode!
Tommy's gonna be glad she left the room for this one.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be.
Thomas, really?
She's gonna be so glad that we left the room after you get your ass beat by like 50 guys.
It's gonna be a 26 on intimidation.
I feel like there's a sort of need of a certain trait that I've not been able to use yet.
Well, remember, if you use it, then you'll have to use another one to be where you're supposed to be when you're needed.
True. But it'd be a great excuse to Kool-Aid Man the wall.
Okay, what was your intimidation roll?
26.
Or you could just let him make his own bed and see what happens.
I'm gonna do that part. But if it gets really bad, I might do the other thing.
But
It only rolled 1. I wasn't sure if you were...
But while that is going on, I'm going to continue working.
there we go. Yeah.
I like music. It adds an extra layer to it.
Okay. I may not be certified, but I'll see what I can do. He'll go and disarm it, dispelling the illusion. He will ever stand back up and look at you. Though I'm afraid that there has been some mistake here. He locks eyes with you. Can you make me a wisdom save, please?
Oh.
Hold that thought.
Okay. Well, that thought is being held.
Saves are at the top. Oh, you're looking for. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you got me.
Well, that thought is being held. You may. Amorous.
We're just gonna casually go for the bazaar. No, nothing happens.
Hmm?
Just move along. There's nothing to see here. Everything checks out. The bugging that's happening on the street is not worth the fight.
As you are going through the bazaar, acting as an impromptu bodyguard for Fiona, the current keeper of the Dawnstar. Can you make me a perception roll, please?
Let's see.
Okay, and I do see the increase the odds.
Let me double check what my perception is.
Oh, does this mean that Sammy gets a perception check?
Since he's out guarding, yes.
Somebody has to tell me what his perception is then.
1 second. I was hoping we weren't going to need Sammy, because you haven't used him in the last several sessions.
Well, that's
I mean, you don't
because
have to worry
we
about
went in
Sammy
the
yet.
cave, and Sammy couldn't have been used in the cave because his claws would have been useless.
Is this a smell thing or a normal thing?
Oh, I'd say vision because he's not really tracking.
Okay, +3.
Okay, so that is a natural 20.
Okay.
That's gonna be so bad now.
Who the hell is? Okay, so 20 and a 23. Okay, you said you're in the bazaar.
I believe that was what was asked of Armoros and everyone to go to Bazaar to get things that weren't entirely needed at the time.
No. Kami demanded her peaches. Those are hella needed.
Okay, we need peaches. And for some reason, she has 2 very heavily armed people, a dragon and a lion with her.
Okay. The actual bazaar itself, if you're referring to the bazaar, that is in 00, which is the central section. The one with the crystal pillar that links all of the elevated section plates of the city.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, if people are interested, there is some more information on Cardinal under the Atlas in the library thing. Being said, with the two of you looking thereabouts.
I was double checking to see if I had proficiency on my luck saving throws. I do.
I'd certainly hope you have it.
It's not marked on my sheet because there's not a line for my luck saving throws.
Yeah, we can't add stats, unfortunately. At least not on this sheet. There's another version of the sheet where you can add stats. But it doesn't let us do some of the other stuff we've been doing.
So, okay.
Okay. Both Amoros and Sam will notice that amongst the various people in the bazaar buying things, shouts of various deals like only 1,000 gil for the heirloom of former Emperor Shodal, things like that. There is a person cloaked, hood up, that looks peculiar in so much as they've been keeping within 40 feet of Fiona for a number of minutes.
She's just looking for the credit card. Can you put in her purse?
It should be on the front zipped part.
He says front zipped part.
This person appears to be 5'4", so notably shorter than you.
I cast a spell that to put away that they're actually 5'6".
Welcome.
Yes, sorry.
Cool. We have a stalker. I'm gonna look at Nikos and say, do you feel like dealing with this descript person that's sitting 40 feet behind us? Or would you like to let Sammy go eat someone?
What's going on? Sorry?
There's someone deciding to tail us and look sketch as hell doing it. Part of me wants to just choose to ignore them, but the other part of me is just like, let's watch the lion go after someone today.
I'm way too far done.
Actually,
I figured we should be a little bit more nice. And I'm good at defending people.
It was seasoned well. The meat's just too tough.
I figured you would be able to at least talk to him. To actually figure out what's going on. Because my place is standing next to Fiona. And not
which is completely fair. Seeing, actually, with this knowledge, David.
Yep.
Is there some kind of roll I can make to see if Nikos realizes that this guy is obvious bait from a different, basically a different tale?
Huh. Roll me investigation.
Also, I just want to say this. I am permanently keeping my action ready to literally take the hit. Like, actually get in the way of it.
Okay.
Completely fair.
Because not only can I give a disadvantage to the attack, I am purposely saying I will jump in the blade. That is my goal.
Okay, Sammy's is spry for an attack. So if somebody makes a move that he thinks is threatening, he will attack. No kills though. He's not going for the kill. So no throw.
He's not going to try eating them yet? I thought you didn't feed them yet.
Nikos glancing around and like looking at the person's position as compared to other people and like what they're doing. They don't appear to be any kind of bait from all observations that you can do. It appears that they're operating in a solo fashion.
Okay, so it's not like they're actually purposely trying to tail and trying to be discreet. It's just that they're poor at it versus actually trying to seem like they're okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, yes.
It's not a group effort.
Okay,
Yeah.
so from that, he thinks it's like no group effort. Okay. Let's see what they have planned. Ambushes are rare that they can't be turned against someone. But in the meantime, Miss Fiona, I do suggest that we take a scenic route.
Oh, couldn't we just disappear into the crowd?
This is true. Disappear into the crowd, scenic route, whichever we want. After all, it is very easy to get lost into a city. And with that, let's see how this person likes when suddenly...
Suddenly dragon?
No, not suddenly dragon. Well, actually, I don't know if this would help in this. No. I don't know if this would help in this situation, but pass without trace.
Okay.
Melding it basically with more.
Going through a crowd.
Urban. Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, we're becoming one with the crowd, quite literally.
Did you remember to add Earthbind to your spellbook so I can delete it from the crate?
Yeah, I have. It takes time to add to it. I believe it's a 3rd level.
Second. It might be 3rd. I don't know. But either way, I just wanted to make sure you had it written down so I can delete it from here.
Yes, sir. I do.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
Need a problem?
I can see what level.
Typo. Okay. Okay. So with that, as you're kind of wanting to blend blend into the crowd there. Given the sheer amount of people, and you're literally wanting to kind of disappear, that would be a stealth roll. Because you're literally disappearing into the crowd versus looking like you're just a guy in the crowd and vanishing that way. So, and with passive out trace working, you do get the plus 10.
Cool.
So we all have to make that roll.
Yeah.
Second. So that would be.
I just realized something. Why am I always trying to be stealthy with characters that don't stealth? Why is this happening?
Hey, sometimes you gotta be stealthy.
You don't want the cleric who attacks up one and play the armor to be a person that is trying to be stealthy.
Well, there's being stealthy and there's being... Well, there's two different types. There's different kinds of stealthy. Like, for example, there's being essentially part of the background. Like, yes, they're armor-plated, but it's like, oh God.
What?
Oh God, that's a paladin.
Like what? We like watching you roll at disadvantage and laughing at the result.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they have wearing heavy armor is disadvantage.
Yeah.
Well, let's see where this goes. Oh no.
You still get flat plus 10, which is pretty good for the system.
I went from 15 to 18. Sorry, from 18 to 15. Let me actually say it correctly. So 15 plus 10 plus 1. It's the only reason why this even works. It's because of that stealth.
Exactly.
Nice.
And that is why I took it, because it's like...
Oh, I need to add 10 to
Why
hers.
this works.
Yeah, it's like, because sometimes you need to sneak heavily plated armored units past some people, and you really need some help.
And in those moments, you call a forklift.
I said stealthily.
I feel like the forklift is still stealthier than the plate mail.
No kidding, we're in a bazaar.
I don't think the forklift rolls at disadvantage.
Okay. You'll notice before line of sight is broken that the hooded person, the hood, the head under the hood lifts up some, not shifting the hood off, but clearly showing a sign that the person is has lost either lost sight or been notably distracted by something. Their attention is clearly shifted as they become a bit more alert. And you start seeing their head turn as if they're looking around before other people of the bazaar get into your way as you shift into the obscurity that is shopping.
Flow with the waves of the crowd, ebb and flow like a ship in the night, and slip into the darkness.
You'll hear Fiona speak up. Did we lose him?
For a time.
So let's go get those peaches that Kami asked for.
But
Kami was not in a good mood earlier.
Just focus yourself on the task at hand, Miss Fiona. We'll take care of the rest.
Right. You two are handy, aren't you?
Well, we try to be helpful for everyone. A significant other, a friend in need, is still a person that's in need. And we will do what we can to be helpful.
Sammy will growl.
Rawr.
He knows how Kami feels about Fiona making friends without her approval, so.
She can make however many friends she wants. She is her own person.
Not only that, it's being professional.
Hey, I'm not discounting that. Kami just has to vet everybody she makes friends with.
Well, technically, you've already done that.
Not really. You guys haven't gone through the Kimmy vetting process yet.
Thomas also should vet whoever's alone with his wife. Very thoroughly.
Well, oh yeah, like complete. That one's
thoroughly.
Oh yeah, that one's completely.
Yeah, but outside of that, Kami's like, I don't really trust Thomas's judge of character. Not that Thomas is anything wrong, but yeah, it's Thomas. It's just like
We can just go back a couple. We can only go back
and
to
even for a specific set of skills, she has belief that Thomas will find exactly what is needed. But as far as their character, she's just like,
And
I don't know that Thomas.
but yes,
We only have to
Yeah,
go
you
back
did
to
have
episode to see his judge of character.
Maximus is very good at his job.
Okay. Now, here's a question. For when you're going for those peaches, or was it peaches or pears?
Peaches.
Peaches.
Ew.
Peaches.
Pears are nasty.
When you go for your peaches, are you intending to break stealth, or are you intending to stealth over to the peach stand? Remember, you're actively stealthing right now. Even though it's just blending in with the crowd, it's more like making sure that people are between you and the person and losing them that way.
completely fair.
I mean, that's up to Fiona. How she wants to go forward. 'Cause I'm literally going to be next to her. Basically, that is my goal.
She'll have a smirk on her face, but you're my protectors.
This is true. But,
And you will
Some-
be protected.
but believe me, man. As a mercenary, I've learned that there are plenty of ways to protect people. In fact, if possible, basically, Nikos will kind of blend more with the crowd and just keep an eye on them, be close at hand, but a little bit away, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Protecting from a distance, if that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. How far away are you wanting to be?
10 feet. Like, it's enough to have people between us, but
Okay.
enough to intervene, if need be. Besides, by the sound of it, Amaros is right beside her. And Sammy, too, as well, so...
This is why this is really weird, because it's Sammy, Keegan, Armoros, and Nikos.
Oh yeah, and Keegan.
Which is why this is really weird. Like, how do you hide a lion and a dragon and a cleric in plate armor?
Well, as said, sometimes it's like in Pathfinder when you all got casted that background character spell. That's basically how that works. You just kind of blend in with the background and no one really pays attention to you. It's like, oh yeah, they're there, but they don't really pay attention. It's like
Okay.
that.
But with Nikos being slightly further behind, honestly, I'd be more passive, not trying to be super active and hiding, because obviously that'd be more obvious to other people. What's the word I'm looking for?
Subtle?
Yeah, it'd be subtle. That'd be a good way of putting it. Because I was trying to think of a phrase for it, but I just couldn't think of the phrase besides just being subtle.
You're trying to be chill. You're trying to fly casual.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't want to use that because it just seemed too obvious. Trying to think of something else.
Just write it off to brute force translation. We got ourselves some SNES translations here.
Hells yeah.
Some Nintendo era Final Fantasy, where we just use the most direct translation possible, whether it makes sense or not.
Completely fair. People die when they're killed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Fate Stay, I love you so much. Oh, Shiro, you idiot. Wait, she has a saber? That means she wields a sword, right? No, it was... Oh, you really are an archer class. Master of all missile weapons.
That's the weird thing about Fate. Their class really has nothing to do with what weapon they're using. It's like we've seen 3 archers and 2 of them didn't use a bow.
Yeah, Gilgamesh, the eponymous archer. I literally throw things.
And that's only if he's really pissed at you. Otherwise, he just stabs you the old-fashioned way.
But
If
okay.
I deign to touch your mongrel hide.
Hold up. He doesn't actually stab them. He gracefully throws.
No.
Without letting go of the weapon.
That's his super move. In Fate Zero, he just summons a sword or a melee weapon and just actually comes at you with it.
But yes, moving on.
That's it. He doesn't do the super move unless he really doesn't like you.
To touch the ground like a commoner.
Gotcha. Okay, for those, just so I can have a little bit of time with everyone. Don't worry, Thomas. I'm gonna definitely get back to you.
And
I'm just gonna
ominous saving throw.
Just gonna go over here for a second.
Oh, this looks homey.
Right back in water.
If you scroll down a bit.
I'm getting there. I'm just giving the stream a minute to survey. So, is this his shop or his home?
I thought you wanted to go to his shop. Was it?
Well, I wanted to do both. So, the shop being first is fine.
Okay.
No, I see a bed, so maybe this is home too.
All one and the same, man.
And it looks like either he had a bad day or somebody got here first.
Does it look like there was more than one person in here recently?
Well,
You're not inside yet.
right now you're at the door. There are.
From looking in, from outside looking in.
Well, if I may, there is the occasional solemn guard in the general area, wandering around. Because as a reminder, this area is currently under a form of lockdown by request of Pezier, as they do safety inspections due to the recent stuff that has happened, like the crazy dude and the what happened with the SS Bobbity. So there you do see them in the distance occasionally because they're moving around. They're not just standing there. The building itself does look a bit a bit worn, and there are signs of damage, though off the cuff the damage looks recent. Rowe would be aware that when he was initially investigating this place that there were it was because of signs of beast or corruption damage.
So
just as a reminder.
Yeah. So in theory, this guy. So in theory, this guy was subjected to the same incident. What's her face was.
Yeah, and so in terms of its somewhat beat up looking status, that could be attributed to the corrupted flying things wreaking havoc before leaving the building, as a for instance.
Okay.
Right, but I believe, Kami, you wanted to kind of go around and look in a window.
Well, first is the door unlocked?
Checking the door. The knob turns, but it does not open.
You said it doesn't turn, but it does not open?
No, it does turn, but the door doesn't open.
Okay. It's like something's propped up against it?
Like you exert force to open the door, and it stays where it is. It's not even shifting an inch.
Master Carpenter, why don't you tell me if there's something behind this door?
Master Woodman.
We're looking behind the door.
She's attempting.
Well, I'm getting your judgment because I can't budge the door with like regular force.
I will bamf Rosara into the building and borrow her eyes.
Do you need LOS for that?
I can send her up to 30 feet with
Okay, so you can essentially do the same thing of 5 feet that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, looking at the door. The interior of the door looks damaged by some form of claws. Not enormous claws, but claws nonetheless. The doorknob itself appears fine, and you're not seeing, via Rosara, you're not seeing any overt signs of blockage.
So it's probably locked then?
Well, she can turn the knob, which would indicate that it is unlocked.
But I'm not seeing anything that's preventing it from opening.
You're not seeing anything that's preventing it from opening.
Magic.
I will take out my carpenter's tools, and it says in Xanathar's I can in theory do this. I'm gonna pop the hinges.
Okay, I need to look some up now. I'm not sure if that covers it.
It worked in Pirates of the Caribbean!
I'm sorry, but David's reaction like, That's the sound a GM makes, is like, huh.
It's like, I didn't open the door, it just fell off. It's still...
Okay.
He's like, damn!
Okay, make me a carpentry roll. I'd say, you said you're just popping the hinges. I'd say strength versus finesse, because I mean the hinges aren't exactly difficult to get to, so it's more of a strength thing.
You said this was a what stat?
Strength.
Strength. Okay. That was ridiculously high, all things considered.
Okay. You pop off the hinges. And just gonna move the door.
Yep, just slide it off.
Okay. My green line of openness. There we go. Yeah, you got me. You'll see him just pop off the hinges with a little bit of like a little tool thing to undo the pin on the hinge and just unlock it. He just moves the door.
It's depressing how often that actually works.
I'll pat him on the head and say, see? You're good for something.
Thomas would be proud.
I never said I wasn't good for something. I find it odd that, I find myself breaking into buildings more often doing that trick than I do actually using my lockpicks.
Just popping the hinges and pushing the door?
No! That's the best way to do it.
It's not a true B&E unless you take the door off the hinges.
No, it's not your B&E unless you kick the door in.
Oh. No. I want to do a rogue who just does that now. Carpenter tools that just take the hinges off and like, oh yeah.
Now, you said it was immune. She said it was immune to seeking spells. I assume that includes detect magic.
I'll look up the.
Detect magic is a divination, as far as that goes.
Then that should be. You can give it a shot, but that should be. Oh, that's why it's not finding it. Because I typed in no, and that doesn't really know shit. Okay. Okay. You can cast it if you'd like, but you would figure that it would not apply.
Okay.
It would not apply.
So. All right. I don't recall. Did you get any vibes off the trees when we were there the other day?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I think I did, yeah.
Okay, so I guess.
Those specific set of vibes, though.
Well, this is what we're looking for is going to be something similar to that. So I guess keep alert for tingles or whatever you got.
Yep, I'll keep my angelic senses tingling.
And I will be rolling an investigation check to hunt for clues and shit to help.
Hold up. She just said angelic senses.
Yeah, she did. Weird, isn't it? And to help me with that, I'm going to whip out this new spell.
Uh-oh, new spell, eh?
Uh-oh.
She's finally admitting it to people?
No, I called her on it. If you read the thread, I called her on it.
Yeah.
I do
Ro
remember that.
Yeah, Ro basically figured it out, and he's the only one that really knows. So it's like, hey.
I feel like I would know, but at the same time, I'm not going to push the topic. Ro will do that for me.
Ro's not pushing anything.
Actually, no.
You would only know that I am, quote unquote, an angel because you know that Thomas is, quote unquote, an angel.
Nothing else. This might help me find secret doors or panels or hidden murder cult basements.
Okay, cool. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, you dictate any time up to 10 days, and then from the time you dictate to the present, things will glow, and it'll be a different glow if it was a different individual or being that did it.
It's basically a magic version of the luminol spray.
Okay.
Sounds cool.
Cool.
So, it will now look like a rave took place here with all these multicolored handprints and footprints everywhere.
Surprisingly, this is what Thomas's friend would look like after the weekend.
Yeah, I'm not casting this anywhere Thomas has slept.
Cast it on Thomas.
Madre de Dios, no.
Okay.
It would make it look like he's wearing blackface.
If I ever use this with him around, he has to stand at least 45 feet away from wherever the hell I'm dropping it.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Why? You don't want to
This is gonna be
basically
funny.
see his permanently glowing rave colors?
No.
No, there wouldn't be colors left. Thomas is 2,000 years old and has been a whore for at least... Thomas has been on Earth for 2,400 years and has been a whore pretty much since...
It's only the last 10 days.
I'd say, but the spell only shows me the last 10 days.
Oh, okay.
But from what I have seen so far, 10 days is still more than enough to acquire way more fingerprints and other things than I really want to see.
Actually, lucky for you, we have been gone for the town for 8 of those 10 days. So, you good.
4.
4? With the 4 of them was 4 days back.
It was 2 days there, 2 days back.
2 days down, 2 days back.
Because of your super speed.
still way bad.
It's still bad.
Well, I'm
You
sorry.
ranger the rangers, sure.
No, you not, because she has not slept well since we've been back.
So, GM, what do my elven eyes see?
Oh, as you can see that I'm drawing.
This is your bodyguard.
Actually, I wasn't looking at the map. Okay. You're doodling all over the map. Okay.
Because you can see footprints and stuff.
I'm going to what he would normally have gotten. With
Interesting.
Tommy being in a battle
Yes.
mood.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Batman vision, detective vision.
And that's exactly why I got the spell. Because, again, if nothing else, I figured a handprint on the wall would clue me in on a secret door.
Well, this is true.
Or nondescript actions of a nature we don't want to know.
Okay. Now, looking at all these doodles on the map, how many of these are monstrous monstrous tracks that do not, match what we fought on the roof?
Okay.
Because we can eliminate the beasties that, probably wrecked this place.
Okay, while you're doing that, Kami, what are you doing here? These things are glowing in various colors.
You said what I look at in these various colors?
I was saying there are areas glowing that look like, at least what immediately strikes your eyes are footprints, occasional palm marks or tiny finger marks. You also see around various items that have jewels like encrusted in them. Some of the pottery that has been bejeweled is shattered. There are also some claw marks on the ground. There's stuff scattered a bit. Some areas have been blocked off due to some parts of the ceiling that have collapsed.
I don't exactly know what the colors mean.
Well, they're very obviously hand and footprints.
Yeah, hand and footprints.
Are each one different than the other?
Yeah, each one's a different color indicating a different person.
Right. The green one.
I don't know that each color is a different person, unless you said so.
Wait, I will indicate, it's like, okay, each one of these is either a different individual or a different creature. And you can probably identify them by their tracks because they're obvious prints, so...
Okay, then
The-
do that.
You're gonna do that? Okay, the only thing overtly different is the green one, which looks like it could be an individual that was consistently walking on their tiptoes in a very peculiar manner.
Was stepping on the tip.
Why would they be walking on their tiptoes?
Could it be that they were female and they had on heels?
Wouldn't that leave an impression, for the heel?
Depends on the shoes. Because some heels, they just have that one thing and they come up, and that's it. There's not the back. It's just the way the shoe
You're
is
talking about
designed.
stiletto.
And when I say tiptoes, I mean like ballet level tiptoes.
Front and the back.
Okay. Yeah, ballet level tiptoes. That's even more...
But do they look like ballet tiptoes?
I mean, off the cuff, if you're just looking at it and not scrutinizing it, that's what it looks like.
Oh no, I'm scrutinizing it.
Okay.
I'd say, yeah, she's approaching it from the ranger perspective, I'm approaching it from the detective perspective.
Okay. In which case, are you guys focusing on that or that immediately ignoring the other more footprint-looking things?
Let's
Or-
dial
I'm
it...
gonna get to those later. I'm assessing the strange one first,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then we'll work my way to the more
Yeah.
regular looking one.
With you assessing that, I will need a nature roll.
Say, I have a thought, but...
It's Tonberry.
No, Tonberry would leave a more, turtle-like footprint. If it's anything, it's probably a Vera, which is the bunny girls.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
You don't want to fuck with the Tonberry.
Oh, nat 20.
Yeah, if this was a Tonberry, we're all running.
I'd say, if you see that lantern, don't be there. Now, if you want to scrutinize the same thing, you can make another investigation roll.
Another one? Okay.
You're gonna necessary rolls. I don't think they heard us.
22 again. What was that, Matt?
Sierra finished her rolls. I was repeating what she said.
We didn't hear what she said. We heard you.
Natural 20, I heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have a nat 20. My total roll is a 31.
Holy shit. Okay.
Ranger.
I'd say she ranger good. Like,
Oh, damn, yeah.
we are the best detective agency.
Okay, I will start off with a row here. Looking at this, you notice how I have the lines actually, like, kind of going through things?
Yeah, like it's walking through the walls and shit.
You notice, like, for instance, with the sofa there, which the sofa itself is not bejeweled. However, there is some impressions on the carpet, which indicates maybe a mobile work table is there. The ballet-like footprints will like approach, like, say here, and continue here without making impressions on the couch itself. Same thing, like the little ballet-looking footprints seem to go, like, they're under the table, but then it will just continue on into the wall. Presumably it continues on after the wall, but
How
you're not actually
big
on
are
side
the
of wall.
footprints?
They're like fist size. Again, you're dealing with like a tip.
No, I mean like
tiptoe.
a normal, like, medium-sized creature's foot, like a small creature's foot.
That a little a tad large for your average medium-sized creature.
So probably not a Moogle then. Okay.
Yeah, unless the Moogle has some really big feet. But yeah, so there's clearly some sort of, at least to you, what likely maybe semi-incorporealness going on.
And let's see what Kami gets back, and then we'll see if I know what critter did that.
Kami, looking at this, you are looking at it more and more, and it's like, it kind of looks like a ballet, ballet movement with the level of kind of tiptoe going on. But then the actual the actual fine dimensions, and for lack of a better term, print that's being illuminated here does not look right for that. It looks like a how do I want to describe this? Okay. Imagine you took a needle and enlarged it to an infeasible amount of size, and then press it to the ground where it warped a little bit. So you can tell this is clearly inhuman. I believe you said your roll was a 30-something?
31, I think you said?
Okay. If you didn't know any better, you would say it resembles very much like that of a of the quote unquote prince of a large spider.
I don't like that.
Well, Tristan now instantly knows what it is.
Spiders that big belong in Space Australia. We don't like them here.
Though you don't see any signs of, of webbing or, hair or any kind of residual that would be of a spider. But these prints, now that you're scrutinizing them, look like a print that a large spider would make. It just looks kind of like a ballet footstep because the points of their feet are naturally, narrow.
So, taking that information and my information, I'm rolling a what to know exactly what Tristan knows.
It would be a nature roll, due to both your prior investigation and Kami's points, and I assume she points this stuff out. If she doesn't, let me know. You will get to roll this with advantage.
13.
Is that with advantage?
Yeah.
Alright.
I have a +2 in nature, and I rolled a 10, so...
Alright.
Twice?
My other one rolled a 4.
No.
Okay. You are... Well, you're thinking kind of what she's saying. It's a large spider, likely likely overgrown by exposure to some level of corruption.
Oh, shit. Okay. So Tristan knows, and I have to, now war up myself on what I know and don't know. Okay. Next.
It's like, that being, I mean, there are certain odd stuff here that makes you think there's something more, like, again, skipping prints and stuff like that. As you dwell on it more, possibly a phase spider?
Okay, that's what I was waiting for. That's like, Tristan's like, okay, I know what this is, but...
Oh, Nikos, by the way, the way to stop a tonberry is to become a tonberry.
Okay, moving on to the next set.
Okay.
Assuming Sierra's still with me. I see they're on mute, so I don't know.
No.
Sorry, I have no idea how long we were on mute.
Were you guys saying stuff, hoping we'd hear you?
Well, I wasn't. But...
I said some stuff, but I can't remember what it was now, so...
Oh boy.
Okay. With this information and... Well, assuming Ro mentions it,
Yeah.
possibly, okay.
It's like, I got no reason to not tell her it's a this one's probably a phase spider.
I was like, that's okay. Do you like fried spider legs? I heard they're delicious this time of year.
Phase spider is a normal monster or a...
A phase spider would be a form of corrupted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we shouldn't eat that.
Well, maybe we can give it back to the guy at the end.
It's like, that feels like tainted meat. And I don't know if corruption can spread that way, but I don't want to find out.
What's special sauce? Souls of the dead. Okay. What are you guys wanting to do now with that possible revelation going on?
I'm gonna...
Are there any other human footprints in the building?
Yes, there are, the yellow, the blue, and the purple, are footprints, though the, let's see, it illuminates as if you've, sprayed stuff.
I'm inclined to say yellow is our guy, but...
Yellow...
Well, you'd be the one who'd be able to identify that, because I don't know if you can identify his tracks specifically. Did you know him well enough for that?
Know his tracks well enough?
No, him. He was a regular at the end.
Well, yeah, I know him because he was a regular.
Well, I mean, like, for example, do you, if you know his preferred type of shoe and shoe size, and, whether he walked with a limp or something.
Preferred type of shoe, but I could probably notice his shoe size.
I mean, in theory, I can just, choose to illuminate the oldest set of prints in here and eliminate the others, but... I do kind
Do
of
I
want.
need to make a roll to pick out his set of prints?
Well, it's fairly illuminated. Or you're wanting to identify the guy's prints versus someone else's.
Yeah, to figure out to deduce which one is his. Out of all the other footprints that seem to be present.
And what does it mean by flat markings that you just wrote there?
See, at that point, it goes from footsteps to like as if someone put a paintbrush and dragged it along the ground.
So while she's trying to identify him, I'm going to go over there and investigate that to see if I can deduce what that's about.
Okay. Please move your
I
token.
will in a second. Rolling great tonight.
Okay. In about a minute, I will go back over to the den. I have not forgotten about you.
Oh, that's so good enough to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking around. Oh, how nice. Kami. The blue one you do identify as Stratelli's gait and at least similar shoe outline.
Okay. I will then make that note. And it doesn't look like it was faked or anything, right? Like maybe someone took some shoes and filled it with some sand to get his approximate...
His gait, so it was his steps.
Yeah, but somebody might fake it. I watched a lot of Leverage, okay?
Hmm?
It can be done.
That would be an investigation roll if you want to try to piece together by the weight and stuff if it is a normal person's impressions. Neat clue spell. I did not expect this to pop up.
Investigation? Oh, well, this is about to be a sorry-ass investigation.
If I need to come over and investigate for you, let me know.
Yeah, because I rolled a 13 plus 3 is a 16.
16?
That's not bad.
From what you can tell, it appears to be a normal human weight impressions.
I mean, I know that, but does it look like his or like somebody tried to like fudge it enough to look like
He
his?
said you recognize the gait.
Looks like his to you.
You have to watch Leverage to get the reference. But there's an episode in Leverage where they literally take boots and put like what, magnetic balls or something in it,
Something like that, yeah.
and teach Parker to walk like the guy, so that she weighs like him and walks like him. And then they send her across the floor.
If they go to that much, you're not going to be able to make the kid on your tiny little investigation check. Sorry.
Who knows? Maybe they didn't roll very high.
I say they could have botched their performance.
Yeah, could have been a
Yeah,
tail
but-
like the little shuffle at the heel of the foot or something.
Realize that the foot doesn't move quite right, like they have little tiny like Moogle feet and they're wearing clown shoes.
Are you sure that's how that worked, Kumo? Of course, Kumo.
Does the I guess that's it. The other ones look old, right? Well, you said you could figure out which one's older and which one's newer, correct?
Well, it's,
I can filter the prints based on the date and color. So, for example, I can eliminate all the blue ones if I wanted to.
Okay. Well, can we see which one are the most recent?
I
Why this space spider looks like it was on drugs with the way it walked around the house?
will have to cast the spell again, so give me a minute to finish looking at this, and then yeah.
It doesn't look like anybody so far in this house, with the exception of the purple line, was sober.
I know, right? Now, mind you, when I initially cast it, I'm just showing the 10 days, so it's showing everything they have done in that 10-day period, so this could be several days worth of movement. all being shown at once.
That is true. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
As just give me a minute to finish checking this out, and I will happily do this again so we can see the most recent stuff.
Okay.
But since the process normally takes time, I wanted to see the oldest stuff first, just to see if there was anything weird that he might have come in contact with. Or like some kind of hub of movement that might be a point of interest.
Okay. So, looking at that, you are, there we go. Yeah, so, again, it looks like like the equivalent of a paintbrush was dragged along the ground. Is there anything, are you wanting to follow it?
I'm following it and trying to discern, like, based on, like, how it was drug and everything, it's like, was this like somebody knocked over and dragged? Was it, like a broom, Is it like somebody sliding after an impact?
Given what this is, the fact that it's illuminated, and your passive investigation, it looks like it was dragged.
Okay, so if somebody was dragged over there, following it to the blood splatter would be my guess.
Oh, that blood splatter's not supposed to be there?
Is there any point where the yellow line crosses the green line?
Yeah, at the place Dave just deleted because it was a blood splatter.
Yeah,
though if you look, the yellow and the green cross in many places.
I think the green ate the yellow.
I don't know how.
Going over there, there's a pile of rubble, and you. Oh, that's right. And you see a hole. And there are these.
Yellow line ends like right there.
These
green crosses it.
black.
That's true.
These black, like seed ovoid shaped objects. It looks like it's partially obscured under the rubble.
Do these black seed ovoid like objects look similar to the like the texture of like the trees we saw?
You'd need to kind of get down and closer to take a look. You doing that?
It goes into his kit, pulls out a fishing rod, hooks Rosara on it, lowers her down into the hole.
Okay.
When those spider eggs hatch, don't come crying to me.
And then switch vision.
Switching vision. When you switch vision and you lowering down, your first instinct is quite probably, though before you via Rosara's vision gets close enough to actually kind of completely discern, the rubble moves, and thanks to Rosara.
Oh, hi, Mark.
You see.
Is that a spider or an ant? I can't.
See this.
Okay, that's a spider.
Spoiler.
Can I get another nature roll at advantage?
Again.
12? Okay. You know this is not a phase spider.
Okay.
You rolled 12, so I can't completely ID what it is. But it is not a phase spider. And it is something you did not notice before.
Got another critter!
No goody.
Does this tell me if they're eggs while I'm down here? Or?
You don't see the the ovoid things? Yeah. You know they're not eggs.
Okay.
But before you can completely discern what it is, that's when things start shifting.
That's fine. I just wanted to confirm. It's like, okay, I didn't lower her into a nest or something.
No.
She's spider bait. Spider bait.
Yeah, she's used to being bait. This is normally how I go fishing.
Sometimes she catches them.
Oh yeah, she's way better than a hook. She'll actually grapple them and
Oh, that is peculiar. That's not how you do that. Okay.
So we're gonna hit the reel button and pull her back up real quick.
As you are pulling her up, but she has gotten close, I will need to know what her AC is.
They're taking a shot at her because she doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity for this.
No, it is acting on its own because the Rosara got near.
19 plus 2, 21?
21, okay. Because you don't know what it is yet, I am rolling it with a whisper, or else the name would be completely revealed. It has rolled a 25.
Son of a bitch.
Rosara gets nipped by those giant thing-looking things. Yep. For 16 piercing, 4 poison. In addition...
She's immune to poison.
Awesome.
So 16?
Yep. Again, that poison will only happen on a con thing anyway. Okay. See me. Okay. Is that enough to poof her, or is she still good?
Oh, she's good.
Okay.
Thanks to the optional rolls we're going, that only brought her to half.
Cool.
So she's bloodied, but... And I'll assume that's when you cut back to Matt.
That is when I will cut back to the mat. Oh,
It's a house. It's a house. Oh, fine.
Okay, well, perhaps I should go to that map too, so I know what's going on. There we go. Hells yeah. Okay. Thomas, how was that luck save?
It's a 20.
20. Okay.
Opposed roll. I'm gonna be so mad if I didn't spend a luck point. I should have.
You for a moment,
It's not letting.
for a moment, you feel compelled to give weight to what Aless says, but it quickly, the feeling quickly passes.
What? Do I know that he just?
You know that he locked eyes with you, and then that fleeting feeling washed over you.
But the feeling passed.
It passes very quickly, but it was enough for you to know the feeling happened.
She's not a seafood cooker, okay? You can't blame her for that.
Pirate on the open seas, and the woman can't still make a decent shrug.
She had a cook for that. Okay?
Okay. I'm gonna look at him and be like, what did he say when he did that? Sorry, just trying to jog my memory because I just know that there was a wisdom save. I don't remember what he said.
I'm trying to remember the exact line myself.
Something about there being a misunderstanding.
Yes. That there was a misunderstanding.
Oh, was there now?
Why, yes.
There was no misunderstanding here.
If you insist. Though, the fact that there was a bomb here that I clearly had to disarm, I do have to temporarily seal this establishment as a danger was found.
A danger was not found, and several of my patrons will tell you that there was no bomb here.
I'm afraid none of your patrons have official papers designating them investigators.
You and I both know that bomb was bullshit.
You clearly have strong feelings on the matter.
I put my hand through it.
I don't recommend putting one's hand through a bomb.
Well, I live to tell the tale.
Quite impressive, I will admit.
And you just tried to mind fuck me.
Well, I do admit there is a certain level of attraction about you.
He's coming on to you. I say roll with it. Take him for all he's got.
If I had a smartphone with a camera, I definitely would. So I could get a video of him, like, to blackmail him.
The people at the gambling table over here. Thomas, is something up with this guy? Wants to throw him out for you?
Thomas is gonna start muttering something about hired help not ever being around when they're needed.
Hey, the last time I was around, I almost got my ass whipped by a bottle.
And you did not want her murdering him just yet.
No, he was just leaving.
Was I now?
I do believe that's what you said before you said we didn't have a problem here.
Hmm.
You do seem to mince your words a lot. You told me first we didn't have a problem here, and then all of a sudden you're trying to tell me that you need to close down my bar and casino.
No, I do believe that there has been a very valid reason for it. But if you're insisting that I leave, that is something I will do. With my report to the higher levels, it'd be unfortunate if something happened to this nice piece of land on the pier.
Oh my Lanta.
Yeah, this was playing a completely different game with you, man. Ro wasn't here to temper him.
See, this is normally where I'd say, Tommy, break his leg. But Tommy's not here to break his leg.
Oh, now I can break his leg. I wanted to do it earlier. No.
To nuke the building. That I could have sold to him for $10K.
Then you should have let me murder him. Then all of our issues would have been solved.
No, your issues would have been worse.
I'd have to say objectively worse.
There's no body, no crime.
They'd have to prove that we killed
There would have to
him.
be no witnesses.
I think you seriously underestimate evil Mega Conglomeracorp.
Yeah, because also don't forget they know he went to do some stuff.
Oh yeah, they can know, and we saw him leave the bar. After that, we don't know what happened. I have witnesses that I was there the whole time.
Yeah.
You can look at my timesheet. I was on the clock the whole time.
She was paid for every minute. Oh, let's see.
Doesn't mean every minute was where it was supposed to be.
Anything I can do.
Sure there was.
Sure.
My employer can tell you I was exactly where I was supposed to be.
He's intimidated by me, right? Like, I won that thing, that check. And he's talking
Maybe,
about
maybe not.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because he's gonna be leaving unless you're gonna stop him.
It's just that he also has that thing of he's gonna report to people. Yeah.
He'll point to someone. You, me. See, you guys are out. You guys are also out.
I'll hand gaming coupons to all of his men on their way out. Thank you, gentlemen, for your hard work in keeping the city safe.
Was he? I don't remember if Shasta was out.
I think he was still around.
Okay, so I'll be over there. Okay. Okay, so are you following him, or are you just watching him leave? I know you mentioned you were handing vouchers to his folks.
Good men. I'm going to follow them. Once the last one, I'm following them to the exit and watching them from the exit.
Okay, so you're following them to the exit, and I take it you're following behind his last minion just to make sure that all of his minions are in fact okay.
Are in fact out of my building.
Okay, in which case, could I get a perception roll from you?
Yes, you can.
Because one of them was trying to hide it. Probably.
But Thomas don't see well. I forgot about this. 12.
Always just spend those luck points.
Unless I get a long rest. Oh, fuck.
You do have a card, I believe.
Where's my card? Where's my card?
Your cards will by default allow you to re-roll a die.
Well, not necessarily. It depends on what the card says.
No, all of them say reroll 1d20, and then they give you a secondary option.
Oh.
Or you can say the secondary option is to re-roll a d20.
Hmm.
That's it. Yeah, they all can be spent to reroll a d20. From what I've seen so far, I don't.
I can't beat a 23 anyway.
So,
Not even on a nat 20.
Oh.
There's no point in me wasting a reroll.
Okay.
And I don't have any of my sets of eyes here because Sammy's gone, Tommy's gone, and Fiona's gone.
And the people with very high wisdom that have a good chance of doing this are both with Fiona. Because they don't know what Rose is.
Rose is 18.
So you actually have pretty good.
Ro is way wiser than I actually intended him to be for his impulsive nature, but
well, that just means you ignore your gut.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you see, that's Ro's problem. He follows his gut.
But he's wise enough to realize some things are just too bad an idea.
But according to most interpretations, high wisdom means you are not reckless and impulsive.
Well, actually,
No, you still be impulsive. You're just not reckless about it.
Well, no, I think that the best way.
Or maybe your impulsiveness is triggered by something.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm just going by what the common interpretation of low wisdom seems to be. Is the reckless, impulsive character is the guy with the low wisdom, usually.
Well, actually, if I may present, it's more of that you are aware of the risks. It's just that you have so much confidence in your abilities that you're like, yeah, you know what, fuck that.
I mean, I don't have low wisdom. I just don't have any extra modifiers for perception.
Yeah, I have a high wisdom, but but Kami is quick to become irrational and impulsive when she gets hungry, or tired.
Who dis? Oh.
Or if she's PMSing. I'm assuming that it's a curse of being a fallen angel. Plus, she probably gets sympathy pains from Fiona. They stink up. I'm not even bleeding, but I feel bloated. And it's not the alcohol.
Okay.
It's totally not the alcohol.
Totally not the alcohol.
Yeah, just leave. Lace himself is waiting at the door as letting his compadres move out. He'll look at you Thomas with a smile of superiority on his face. Have a good day, Mr. Duro. I hope your night will be just as enjoyable.
If I ever see you on my property again, I will let my friend feed you to her lion. And that is a 32. Sorry, hold on. Math. 31 for intimidation. That's not deception. Thomas is at the point that he will.
Okay. Yeah. He'll like flinch, though try to play it off like, no, I didn't just flinch. I must have been a bug pinching me. It totally wasn't me flinching.
So I was already threatened with that, and he got told that he will now sick this person, that lion on him. And Armos will only do as much to keep him from barely dying.
What are you talking about, Armos? There's an evil doer over there. You must smite that evil doer. Over here will look after themselves.
I certainly understand. I'll just have to hope that the lion isn't around. Good day. And while he leaves, there is a bit of energy in his step, like he's like power walking out.
He's trying not to.
I'm gonna watch them until they leave my sight.
You put the fear of God in that one today, boy.
Indeed.
I imagine that Thomas, like, after that goes to the back behind the bar, grabs like an apple, takes a bite of it, and is like,
oh shit!
Already, gotta think this through.
Well, good.
As you are drinking,
I just pissed off the owners of the city. What am I going to do now?
as you went behind the bar, Shasha will go over to you on the patron side of the bar and lean forward. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, did you guys sober him up? I think you guys did last time. Okay.
Eric did.
Okay, there we go. Hey, he's like whispering to you. I don't know if you caught it, but that official did some sort of enchantment to the groups on those two tables before he left. When he's at those two tables, he's gesturing towards over here.
Enchantments.
Enchantment?
He probably said that did a suggestion where it compelled make them buzz ruckus. Knowing his info currently. But that's player knowledge, so.
Let me make a quick phone call and find out where my barkeep and my bouncer are.
That's going to be a neat trick without cell phones.
Do you have
headphones?
We have landlines.
Landlines? There's really expensive stuff that are kind of like sending stones, but that's like, like 50K levels of stuff.
Okay, well, we need to get 50K victims so we have that kind of thing.
And even then, it would deactivate outside of a magicite field.
Yep.
So that 50K is not worth exactly that much.
Well, I can't leave the bar now because the peeps are all gone.
You can send a patron with promises of free food or whatever
If
to go fetch Fiona.
if
I'll
you
send,
if you'd
actually,
like,
no, I'll have to send a patron. I can send
Oh yeah, when you're working.
I can send Catboy.
if you want, I can take a few minutes to cross-reference a few things, see if I can figure out what kind of enchantment he did.
Yeah, if you're pretty good at that kind of stuff, feel free.
He'll pull out his dusty notes.
If you happen to know counterspell,
Counterspell, if it's already been cast, counterspell won't work. You need dispel magic.
I don't think he knows counterspell. Let me look. No, he does not know counterspell. He is not that kind of caster.
Because like counterspell wouldn't help here anyway.
Yeah.
The cleric could be the one you need today.
well, the player could been here. But help
You asked me to do a thing.
He will.
Protecting Fiona is more important than the bar.
He will take a few minutes to go over his notes, lean back over, and he's whispering. He's making sure that the guy next to him doesn't hear him. I am fairly certain it was some kind of empowered domination spell.
You had some high level fucking
Oh,
spells.
thank God! Oh, thank God! I was concerned that he was going to go cast like incredible luck on these people and try to bankrupt me. That would have been much worse.
Oh no! Have you ever ordered someone to be lucky? Thank you. You got that.
I order you to not die! Wait, what?
Son, you're not allowed to bleed, you son of a bitch.
That is the most OP order he ever gave in that show, and I don't know why it works the way it does.
It breaks causality to make him live. It's like, why'd you stop? I don't know. I just did.
So we have a very simple task. He's enchanted them to be domineering.
No, he has exerted a control over them, if I recall correctly. Not that I've ever had this happen to me or anything, but a dominated person can be controlled via a link from the caster from a distance, silently.
Thomas is going to mutter under his breath, "God damn it, I hate spellcasters."
You might want to send that telegram at Post Kingston.
I hate spellcasters. No, my main bodyguard is a spellcaster.
Okay.
Are they going into the casino?
Kami gets a pass.
I'm going to lean over to the patron over by the bar and tell him that if he brings Kami back to me, I will give him a bottle of my reserve.
Ooh.
The elf will nod. Anything for your reserve. Let me just put a marker on this dude. There we go. And I'm off. And he just quickly goes off. He apparently is rather interested in getting a bottle of your reserve.
Reserve does not require a persuasion check.
Let's see, and make sure my memory isn't being faulty. You wanted him to go get Kami, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, is there anything else you would like to do for this scene?
I would like to ask Meowmix if he knows, slumber.
Oh, you mean like a sleep spell?
Yeah.
Why would he know that? That spell's useless. Except at really low level.
You'd think that as a rune explorer, I may know how to put people to sleep, but no, I more get around, bind my wounds, and identify things. Well, find things that I can have identified.
Okay. Well, we're very much gunned here. He's gonna look around and notice that the guys have wandered off into the thing. So if you don't think you're gonna be any help in the fight, then you probably need to go find my wife and the embers she's traveling with and bring them back here as quickly as possible.
Well, I do think I could help you. I like that idea better.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna nod.
So, did they happen to mention where they were going with her?
To the market.
Okay.
He wanted beaches.
You say that with such disdain. Peaches make Kami happy, okay? They're the only thing that bring her joy. That and bloodlust and money.
Right.
Lots of money.
Right, he doesn't want you happy.
He loves Ruby.
He's like, he obviously doesn't want you happy.
No, he'll give a half-assed two-finger salute and whoosh, head off.
And away we go.
Okay.
Just a one Pezier guard just still sitting there.
Oh shit! Did I miss one?
Yes. It's like, oh cool, I'm off the clock now. I'm gonna use that coupon you gave me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. His boss told him to leave, so he's gonna leave.
Yeah, it's like, hey, can I still come back? This is like
But
really
yeah,
big-
all of the guards are welcome back, just not her boss.
That guy sucks. Never let him in here again.
Throw him out.
No, it's like cops versus having the chief of police. If the chief of police is an asshole, you want all the cops on your side.
See, they are the one in the same with him, but that's okay. Still concede to your judgment. She fights a lot.
Well,
No,
one of those
Nico's
instances.
Not to lecture about tactics.
That's how I figure how higher end casters cast higher levels of sleep. They actually do like they do magic lectures.
Yes. Hey GM, can I cast this if it were a higher level if I spend an hour talking at them? Okay. I believe next we will bounce over to the bazaar.
How bizarre.
Aha.
There.
You bought the peaches, paid it back. Nothing happened.
You got peaches.
Better happen to the damn peaches, damn it.
Did you space my strawberries?
Nico, since you, I believe, are keeping alert, you do notice the robed person. What you notice them notice Amros and shift through the crowd to within 30 feet to keep an eye on Amros since he's momentarily broken from the crowd to make a purchase.
Okay.
And
So Amros is with Fiona, right?
Yeah.
and he's got a dragon with him.
And a lion.
Okay.
An unknown
If
black
possible, I would like to actually sneak up behind this person.
Oh, okay. Make a stealth roll, please. Due to the crowd, you will have... Actually, no, I'll just give them disadvantage to notice you. So,
When he has a technically plus 10 because he still has passive up trace.
that is true, yes. You are not wrong.
I still can't wait for the guy to get within arm's reach of me and I just deck him. Just like, hey, you get throat punched. I will channel my monk.
Not throat punch. Anything but throat punch.
Throat punch has hurt me recently.
No, not throat punch.
That maneuver is so broken.
I'm wearing adamantine armor. The armor doesn't give any amount.
Okay.
It's like adamantine scale plates covering the knuckles. bam! That's more like stabbing someone with 5 blades. Ugh. They might be slightly blunted, but still.
And yet they still only do 1 plus strength modifier damage.
25, okay.
That's a good point. Good old D&D.
So I'll double check that, but I don't think 5e has Gauntlet. Nope. I probably have one in my splat book somewhere, but...
What do you mean no? Oh, because I put in the code wrong. There we go. But I need to roll again because I need to roll a disadvantage. Okay, it's a 22 is the disadvantage. Okay. You move through the crowd, becoming one with its flow as you let the current of people take you close as you get behind them. They do not appear to have noticed the fact that you have gotten behind them.
How tall are they? Just curious.
5'4".
Because I want to just...
5'4".
Ooh.
They're just they are the size of a Dimitri.
Oh. Oh, this is bad. He will have to step back a little, bend very much over.
Can I help you?
They will jump. Ah! Oh!
It's not polite to stalk women.
I'm afraid that that is quite an accusation, unless you're saying you're stalking me, in which case I'll have to disappoint you. I am not a woman.
You seem to have taken a rather interest.
If Nikos will prowl around him like a shark.
You seem to have taken a night of interest in the lady with the lion.
The lion is most interesting, wouldn't you agree? You're a tall one, aren't you?
Oh, that's fine.
I am.
Well, I guess the lion can't.
And if they let me, he'll bring his face to theirs.
And very fierce.
What, So, the stalking
How
that
about
you...
tell me why I shouldn't break your legs and send you back to whoever sent you.
Make me
Break his legs!
an intimidation roll. You have, I'll give you advantage because you are substantially taller than this person, as I recall.
That gets rid of my exhaustion, which I thank you for.
You are welcome. Oh shoot.
You know, surprisingly, it's not that high. Because I actually don't have any points in charisma. Because technically...
It doesn't matter. You roll a 1.
Oh, if this is only Pathfinder, I'm gonna have my strength modifier. Oh.
Man, if I can have strength. Oh man, that would be terrifying.
It's a feat you have to pick up.
I'd say there's a feat in 5e for that.
Oh, there is.
It's one of the third-party ones I picked up.
So does it get added on top of it, or does it replace
It
it?
it replaces.
It
Aw,
replaces.
it's not-
It would be. It's like weapon finesse. It would be dex versus your strength. It's like
Aw, man, that would have been perfect for Kriv.
no,
If it added.
no, that would be stupid. Bananas.
Yes, it would. Which is why it would be perfect.
I'm yes, they take a moment to like compose themselves, as you can tell they figure you want something coherent versus ums and ers. I'm I'm a traveler from Cadia, and
Cadia still stands.
and
Planet fell before
I-
the god did.
I was told by Dax to find it's gonna it's gonna sound silly, but a light of hope that will aid us in the coming days, and I felt a draw towards a woman. No, I mean, he like raises a hand up, like, wait. He's like, let me rephrase that. There's this.
How
Oh,
hot is this person?
Let me check their
There?
their charisma. If you were here, I would say their charisma is 12. So slightly above average.
Charisma doesn't mean much for looks in actuality. Charisma can be a whole bunch of things.
That is true.
It's like
But anyway, he'll be like, he like holds up hand. And what I mean by that is there's I don't know if you can feel it, but there's this energy just radiating off. Damn it!
Oh, poor little sap. You have no idea what you were looking for anyway, were you? No, I assure you, you were probably looking for something like this light.
and Nikos will subtly just to make sure I don't have any spells for that. Yeah, I don't. Will subtly make one of his psychic weapons, and then just have it disappear. I'm sure your employer would be very, very interested in hearing that this so-called light in this drawer was simply the magical ley lines being, what's the word that the intellect those big smart people use? Yes, crosswised.
Yes, I suppose, Dax, Misty Whispers, can occasionally be misinterpreted.
We all make mistakes.
Yes, I see this may be one of them.
And that is perfectly fine.
Yeah. Nikos will, pat the shoulder very gently.
We all make mistakes. We all make choices.
And then the smile will disappear from his face as he gets in closer.
Yours is now to decide if you wish to still work for these people, or if you prefer living. Preferably with all your teeth and your limbs attached. Do I make myself clear? You don't have to go back to them. But I do not suggest that you go back to us.
Well, Katie is my home, so I kind of have to travel back there. Eventually, it was kind of dangerous to come here to begin with, but yes, I will go and tell Dax that I could not find find it. Goodbye.
What did he say?
What? Which part? The last part?
Yeah, the last part.
Goodbye. Bye.
The
Good
hyper
travels.
terrified.
Good travels, Stephen.
Can you imagine
Probably
good
feels
music?
like this is actually an important NPC we just scared off.
I don't know.
I was also going to have Nico say, as the song goes, you don't have to go home, but you can stay here. Oh, this is fun being basically an orc.
they scurry off through the crowd.
I'll return to Omeros. Well, I believe we have taken care of our tale for at least for a few hours.
Well, that's nice to know. Since you were talking to him, though, why was he coming after us?
I believe he said he was searching for a light, and that he sensed the magic
the
from
thing.
it. What thing? What possible thing could he possibly talk about? But yes, he also spoke of a
Speaking of
Dax.
joy and light, that is a cleric, a dragon, and a lovely barkeep.
Of course. That is all he sensed. But yes, he also spoke of a Dax, and I believe that name does sound familiar, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
DAKS. Yeah, Dax.
Yeah, he does sound familiar, but I can't think of how.
I can't think of it either, but I feel like with my background, I would at least have an idea, maybe knowing something about it.
Do you want to make an intelligence check to see if the name has cropped
please.
up?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I would like
Considering your travels and such, Nikos, you can roll regularly. Amaros, you can roll at advantage.
Thank goodness for my modifiers.
I'm glad I had the advantage. I rolled a 1 the first time.
Oh no!
So anything would be better.
Okay.
Did you
Nikos.
mention where he was at by chance? Like where he came from?
I'm pausing so Nikos can answer that question if you'd like.
Okay. Yes. Oh, what was it?
Did he mention where he came from? Since he told you who employed him, apparently.
Kadar.
Oh,
Kadia.
yeah, Acadia.
Kadia. Vegas dance.
Okay.
Fell for guard dead. That's never gonna die, man. It's just not.
Clearly, I have ordered into a 40k joke.
Oh yeah, it is a very strong 40k joke. Yes, moving on.
Okay, Nikos. Dax does sound familiar to you in your travels in your travels you get here, and even before then, specifically, yeah, you roll a 17. You can remember that. While you heard it in your travels, you also remember that you also heard the name in the Paros Isles many moons ago, so to speak.
No.
It's a you associate it in your head with a rather rather lucky and somewhat crazed, from what you remember, woman of from that they basically, they'll like say a few things, and then it will have significance later. That kind of craze. From what you are recalling, the Dax once gave advice, allegedly, to either someone under the sway of, or perhaps the, if I remember correctly, War Master himself, that was ignored. You Armoros, know are aware of the name with a title, Dax the Diviner.
Oh, dear lord, that means they're part of the church, which means they're actually not that bad, but they have political power, which makes it not entirely good either.
This is Dax the Diviner is a nomadic wandering person who, for a time, for a time about 25, 30-ish years ago, was temporarily residing in the Holy Republic of Umbra, and had assisted the priesthood in heading off, or more accurately, giving some advance warning to some fall events that were out of schedule.
Okay then. I'm glad Keegan's not in his armor today.
So while they're not native, they did help out about 2 and change decades ago, before continuing their journey onward. The person was known to, when asked kind of where they were going, it was known for Dax the Diviner to respond, "Wherever the mist takes me."
If you works for that person, he's probably not that bad of a person. You know what? It might be worth talking to that guy some more.
Well,
after we deal with what's currently going on.
I don't know about that. From what I heard, or at least some rumors, I don't know if they are to be exactly trusted. Especially skulking around and such, considering the particular source they were trying to find, or the light they were trying to find.
He might have been doing it the wrong way. Dax the Diviner, which I will actually address by her title, she actually is an oracle. actually helps people. In fact, when I was a kid, she was actually in the Republic for a bit, and did some very significant things to prevent falls. Or help. Not really prevent them, but that's what I'm looking for. The contain mode.
Yeah.
For David, specifically for Nikos' particular memory, was it said that the advice she was offering to the War Master was going to be helpful, or
You roll a 17, so yeah, I'll give you I'll give you that. If the advice were to have been followed, it wasn't so much a tactic as a place to go. That place to go, if the War Master and the band had gone to that place, and because you're a tactician by trade, I'm just giving those information. It would have ultimately led to a swift end on the War Master's side. There would have likely have been some costly fights, but the domino effect would have been a victory.
okay. So yes, Nikos will kind of do a deep growl of himself. Well, I don't know. Well, she may have done some good, but she also would have done. She is a diviner for all, whether for good or for evil. Or evil, I don't know. Let's just put it that, from what I heard, it would have been a rather bad situation for another one of her points. But if you wish to pursue it yourself, by all means, I will not stop you. But I would suggest before you catch them, you might follow a trail of yellow.
Took me a second.
If you wish to trust this if you at least trust, phrases. I personally would not trust them, but that is your prerogative. I will not stop you.
I wouldn't really say it's trust. I think we can get more information out of them than what we already got.
A fair point.
In relation, I would like to remind you that remember the kind of ambient passive energy I mentioned when you were around Thomas when he had the Dawnstar in his possession.
Mm-hmm.
That energy is still present, though around Fiona within a particular range.
Right. Makes sense.
Unless Fiona's like buying a few things from shopkeeps, before she turns to face you guys and wink at Amros. Don't think I missed what you said.
I'm not going to deny anything.
Alright.
It's not what I do.
How tall is Amros again?
Yeah, I'd say he's like 5'9", 6 foot, something like
Okay.
that. He's slightly taller than average, but he's not tall like Kriv or anything like that.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
Kriv is
I
average
just
for a
looked up-
Dragonborn.
Yeah, because I just looked up what I put down for Nikos. 4 short of 7 foot.
Oh damn.
Aura are big.
Yeah.
Spartan. Fiona will lift herself up by going to the by going to her toes and kiss Amaros on the cheek. Flattery can get you places.
I'll keep that in mind, but I was just trying to be modest and.
Well, we got the peaches. So, who is interested in getting this fine person, gesturing towards Nikos, a slightly flashier sense of taste?
Sense of taste.
That would be an interesting prospect.
And what do you mean by that, madam?
Oh. That. She makes a gesture indicating your outfit.
She says you look dull. Drab.
Didn't know we were
I'm
not
not afraid to
liars.
say it.
Yes, I look drab. I am a mercenary. This is what I wear. I'm supposed to blend in with the background, with general shrubbery. This is what I go with. Besides that, I am Jela. We don't exactly have exactly extravagant clothes.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's what tailors are for, though.
Yeah, well, that's why we raid tailors.
The two of you will notice the crowd parting a bit as Shiasa is kind of power walking through it. Whew.
Yeah. Something wrong?
Thomas wanted me to get Fiona. The people have left, though they did leave a particular magical parting gift. I'm not sure how much the new barkeep wants to tell you. Fiona's face looks a little bewildered. New barkeep? I'm gonna have to talk to him about that.
I believe. Temporary, I think, is the word he's using for, but does he need us back double time?
Considering I'm not quite sure what this Elest did to some of his patrons. Well, I know kind of what it is, but not the exact ultimate goal. He may want some muscle, depending on what happens.
What's the people with magic?
Elest casts some form of domination spell.
Wrong thing. I didn't mean to do the block. Sorry.
That's good.
Good.
It was some form of domination spell.
Okay then. That is, I hope I don't run into him, because I don't think I would tolerate his presence when he's doing that to people.
Well, I just hope he doesn't do that to you, or me. Especially him, pointing to Nikos.
Well, that's the great thing about believing in a god that is for justice. It's really hard to corrupt one's mind like that.
Well,
and I'm going to deal with it.
Well, either way, it can't be good. Well, also, Amaros, I suggest you stick with Fiona. Head back at your own pace. I'm gonna see if I can at least slow down the spell. 'Cause Dispel Magic and Counterspell are both in my bag of tricks.
I say dispel's what you're gonna need. Counterspell ain't gonna do shit.
Dispel magic.
I have it. You have it. Oh man, the people who actually have the ability to dispel magic are together right now. Oh, we should have split up the magic. The people who can counter magic. Oh no.
But that being said, Nikos will just book it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're a monk. I can't keep up with you.
Yeah, and I also have what is it called? I have a item that's like the spider walk thing. So
You get the spider boots. You can basically go up to any surfaces.
So if need be, I can also spend a key point to jump and just basically, essentially Spider-Man my way to back to the Den of Sin as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So yes.
You bolt off. Amros, are you following a suggestion and more leisurely walking with Fiona?
I will walk at the pace that Fiona wants to walk at. If she wants to run, I will run.
She's not outright running, but she is moving in a hurry.
Cool. She can actually ride Sammy if he allows it.
No.
Yeah, Sammy, no.
Okay.
Not even Fiona. Sammy is not to be ridden. Not even Tommy rides Sammy. Sammy is his own person. You can lean on him for support. If you're unconscious, he will carry you. But if you are able-bodied and willing, your ass better walk, hombre.
That's why I said if he wants to.
No.
Calm the calamity that is your memories. I said only if he wants to.
Yeah, if
I wasn't
not
disputing.
Tommy in trouble, it's just Thomas.
Cool. So
even if Kami was in trouble, Sammy would leave everybody behind. He is compelled to come to me if I am hurt.
Okay, completely fine. I wasn't disputing that.
No, that was to Matt.
So I will also ask Keegan to
I knew that.
Actually, yeah, I'll ask Keegan, since he's not in his hurry, can actually catch up to the guy pretty quickly. To get the guy to go to the Denison later, and then catch up with us again. Because I know he can speak when he wants to, damn it.
I'm glad you thought of it. I would have suggested myself if you hadn't. With that, I will go over to the unfortunateness that is the tiny Cabot having a bite out of it. Oh, the planet broke before the god did.
No, I sent what he's laughing at to the main name.
Okay. Kami.
Mm-hmm.
There is a adorable yelp from northward.
It's not adorable. Tommy doesn't do adorable.
There is the yelp of a tiny animal-like creature northward. That better?
She will turn and she will go, Ro, are you okay?
You're saying Rose speaks like a little tiny adorable creature now?
It took you guys a minute.
I was muted for most of it. I was laughing at when you said it. Poor Ro.
Trish will be back momentarily.
Okay.
That being said, you do see that Rosara is bleeding a bit. When I say a bit, I mean, well, actually, no, yeah, bloody, so yeah, a bit.
I will kneel down and be like, you poor creature. Normally if a creature is hurt, we put it down and eat it for dinner. Seeing as you're not a real creature, I can't eat you.
Thanks. Thanks.
Ignoring the giant spider thing?
I did not describe a giant spider thing to her.
I figured if she's going over there and doing that, then
Well,
She does not see a giant spider thing.
Oh.
I do not see a giant spider thing, so I'm not worried about it.
I remember what is specifically going on, so it's like, yeah, technically she can't.
I know what it is, but I didn't realize it already did that part of it.
No, it's not that part of it either. It's just stuff. I can't say, because it's like, She's
I'm gonna look around and be like, I can totally have the staff come in and clean this place out before anybody's any the wiser. The guy's dead, so I can take his house for my own. No, this is the shop, right?
Yeah, this is the place you guys recently bought.
Oh, my dojo.
Yeah, it just hasn't been renovated yet.
Huh?
It just hasn't been renovated yet.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, this is your place. The staff can clean this up, and there doesn't need to be another wizard.
All his stuff is ours. All of it is belonging to us. I can only imagine what's in his house.
All your base are belong to us.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look around and be like, I guess there's nothing else for us to find here?
With that, because I'm sure Ro would say something.
What's up? There's the giant skeleton-looking spider.
What? Oh no, but Kami can't see that.
Yeah, Kami can't see it.
She was talking for Ro.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying what Ro would say.
Okay.
Yeah, I will pick up the animal creature thingy, and out of the kindness of my heart.
Put it down?
No, I'm not going to put it down. It's not mine to put down.
Well, I mean, if it's bleeding, we put them down and eat them.
It doesn't look like it's crippled or like it's dying, so.
Okay. I will assume that Ro would warn you that there's a creature here, like you kind of joked. That being said, I will need to know what your AC is.
Oh, so I must roll. Pull it up.
You are going to be rolling. Well, you're not going to be rolling advantage. That's Ladrina. I'm getting confused. Never mind. I will roll at advantage due to the nature of what this thing is. Good luck.
Roll your dice gently on the mat. 1 on 20 critical roll.
24.
24. Okay. Okay. You feel teeth, like long teeth, sink into your arm.
God, mother of mercy.
Like,
Honestly,
yeah.
does it hurt as bad as being run through?
Can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
Constitution, save and throw, save and throw. Constitution, save and throw, save and throw. 18, sir.
18. Okay. You take 11 piercing and 6 poison.
11 piercing. I can't mark that off, but I guess
Oh,
somebody.
I will. I'll mark it off then. Do you take the 6 poison, or are you somehow negating
No.
that?
I take the poison.
She's not a monk. Not yet, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even hiss. It bites me, and I go, "Oh, motherfucker!" And I make the comment of how it doesn't hurt as bad as being run through.
Silver is seeping from your flesh.
Damn it! Motherfucking damn it!
They're like long things that you can't see. What was that?
She swears. She swears. She swears. But you know what? Thomas isn't here. So bump that. Bump that. This never. What happens in the shop stays in the shop. God damn it. You hear me?
Only if you can heal the damage.
I can heal myself, no problem.
Good thing I already got them security cameras installed.
I can already heal myself, no problem. Minor cure wound spell, but you know, it's what it is.
Okay.
Can I see it now that it attacked me or no?
No, you can't. Because it says it doesn't become visible when attacking.
Yes,
Oh,
but it bit me, and now it has my silver blood on its manacles.
She got a point on that one.
Unless it knows how to clean itself after each attack.
Due to the nature of one of its other abilities, and how invisibility works, because it's like on its fang-like teeth, it is not visible.
When you go invisible, your clothes go invisible too.
Ah. So my blood went invisible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Except for the blood on your arm. That's totally visible.
Yeah.
Okay. Could I get a initiative roll?
Yes. $20.19.
Okay. Though I will say this, because you are so close to it, you do notice something.
The air is misplaced like in Predator?
A small handful of these ovoid seedling like things are hovering in the air.
Okay. How high is the ceiling?
It's a 10-foot ceiling.
Oh, I can't jump it. Was there any paint or anything around in the area?
To the left of the door that you used to come in, was a table that had scrolls and some inkwells on it. I'll need an initiative quote from you.
By the way, Roxas, Tommy insulted you.
Who?
Tommy?
No, who'd she insult? I don't know no Roxas.
You know who I'm talking about.
No, we don't.
Uh-huh.
I do.
Sierra calls him Roxas.
That's all she's ever called him.
This is the first time I've heard her call him Roxas.
Really? I've called him Roxas plenty of times.
No, you haven't. This is the first
Tommy
time.
has called him Ro, but Sierra has called him Roxas.
I haven't heard you call him that.
Yeah, I've never heard it.
I'm not sure if you caught it, but you do see a small handful of seed-like ovoids floating in the air. What you were initially investigating. It moves. The cluster of likely seeds moves, impacting, quote unquote, not causing any damage, on the side of Kami, falling to the ground, or depending on her clothing, caught in her clothing. And
I'm wearing the equivalent of, have you seen, the ninja suit that Hayabusa wears?
okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty much wearing that.
Okay. Okay. You feel the air move by you, Kami?
Mm-hmm.
So, I know this is not a corporate stooge, but does it have enough legs for you to break?
She can't see it.
Me, my principal, yeah. See, she points to the wound on her shoulder.
It's great silver.
Okay, what is...
Well, actually, it feels... I've never been stung by a bee sting or a wasp, but that's what it feels like. I'm thinking... Not exactly sure yet. Let me get back to you on that. But it hurts. I know that it hurts.
Okay, what is Rosara's AC?
We'll get back to you on that. Dirty 20.
Okay.
No, poor Rosara.
Rosara, who I know you reeled her up.
Yeah. So she should be back on me now.
Suddenly vanishes from your shoulder, that you can still feel her weight.
Well, I still have her vision, so unless she's dead...
No, she is, however, restrained. How many, is it just vision, or do you share tactile senses?
I think it just specifies vision and hearing.
Okay.
See through Fumare's eyes and hear what it hears.
Okay.
In addition to getting any special senses.
Okay. You also feel slight threads against your skin, though you don't see them.
Cool. And I don't see them through her eyes?
Oh, sorry, that's right, you do. It looks like some sort of ethereal webbing.
So it's not a phase spider, but it is phasing.
That is an accurate summation. Okay. Seriously, why was this? I didn't design this. Why was it written like that? It's weird. Okay. Kami. It is your turn. However, now that the seed-like objects have brushed against you and allegedly separated itself from the spider-like creature, it has now resumed its fully invisible status.
I thought it was already invisible.
It is, but remember when I described that there was this stuff floating?
Oh, the little hatched eggs thingies?
No, they were like tiny handful of seedlings.
Okay, yeah. Those are invisible now. I can't see them.
No, the seedlings are not invisible, but they're no longer floating, so there's now no indication of where the creature is.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to have any way to make this thing visible, would you, pretty boy?
That's what I'm looking at. I mean, I can see it.
Oh, great. I just imagined that something bit me and all of a sudden I bled, huh?
Well, tell you what, I will maneuver so that it is between us so you know where to swing.
Well, if I throw ink on it, would it make it visible to me?
It's not, if it's doing what I think it's doing, it's technically intangible right now, so ink wouldn't do anything.
Ah, that's good to know.
You're gonna have to time your attacks for when it reappears, which I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I can at least tell you, when it's moved back into our dimension, so you can in theory hit it.
Okay, in which case I will hold my action for when Roxas tell me to.
And when Roxas shows up to tell us this, it'll be great.
Ro, it is your turn.
Ro was gonna hold and wait for Roxas too.
This is what you get, Sierra.
However, with how weird holding works, I will still do what I said I was going to
okay.
do of giving her the flank so we can coordinate.
Roxas the spider's name?
No, as a joke.
I know.
Okay.
Okay,
Now, whenever this Roxas person shows up to give us directions, it'll be great.
new initiative. Keep in mind that there is a set AC button that I would like you guys to use when you determine your ACs.
Yes.
I can't use it, but thank you for letting me know.
Well, you let me know and I can set it for you.
Okay.
Oh, this is great.
Okay, what is Kami's AC?
Is it the one I rolled last time?
Well, a new round has started, so it's going to change.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I'm holding it. Okay. Right, that's not bad.
And also, I'll need a new initiative unless that 2019 is still accurate.
25.
Okay.
Then a new initiative. Ooh, is a nat 20. So that's a 24.19. But I have to hold off until he tells me to attack, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we both nat 20'd on the initiative when it was not a good idea to nat 20 on the initiative.
Okay, should I just assume both of you are waiting
Yeah,
for a prime time?
we're waiting.
Yeah. So when he tells me to, when he yells attack, I attack. Sword drawn out. Ready. Well, I never put my sword away. But it's cool.
Okay, it turns to face you, Ro. You can see this via Rosara, and it is about to attack you.
Now!
Alright, and I attack!
Okay, you got your guys' attack rolls will be at disadvantage because it is still invisible.
But like,
Want to try that again?
Except for you.
Yeah. That's it. So Sierra rolls normal. I roll at Elven accuracy.
Oh.
So advantage plus advantage.
Yep.
Oh wait, as my bonus action, I want to use accuracy.
There you go.
Okay.
That's a D4, right?
Yep. And that second hit's a crit, motherfucker.
Okay, strikes both. Okay. Oh, it of the many things it is, that is not one of them. Okay, cool. So
Does my true strike or whatever thingy? That's a +4 too, right?
True Strike grants advantage, but it unless
What are you?
I'm talking about the true thrust, maybe.
Oh, if you don't take the attack action and you use that instead, it gives you plus to damage.
Oh, okay. All right, don't worry about it.
That's it. So you can either attack twice or you can attack once and add an extra D8 to the damage.
Okay.
However, because you still get to apply your Colossus Slayer, so that's an extra D8,
All right, so the damage, yeah.
and you have your Augment Gem, which is a D6.
I can't add Hunter's Mark right now, so it's cool.
Yeah, that's it, because you did your bonus action to get accuracy. Hello?
So 26
Okay, you're right there.
for the first attack.
you said 26 for the first attack.
Yeah, 26 for the first attack.
Okay. That hit, you feel that you strike something.
Okay, and then it would be 25 for the second attack.
Okay. Both strike.
First one, 18. and 16 for the second.
I'm back on Tish duty, so I'll just keep doing up enter until I get back.
Okay. You said 8 and what?
18 and 16.
Okay. There is mucus-like ichor now on the ground, dribbling from the air.
Is that enough that next round I can activate Hunter's Mark or no?
I'll say that you can disable Hunter's Mark as at like what appears to be a wound point in the air.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh. Damn. Rosara and Ro are definitely hit. I will...
Now, maybe Tristan can help me because I can't see the other side of my sheet right now. But don't I got an ability that gives people, if somebody's attacking an ally, it gives them an advantage if they're within 5 feet of me, right?
Well, they're not within 5 feet to start with.
No, but Tristan's character is.
Nope. He's on the other side of the spider, which is a large creature, so it puts it at 15 feet away from him.
Unfortunately.
Ah, well, see, I can't see the map right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was not conveyed that it was a large creature. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like because it's invisible to Kami. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Man, Rosara's ability to see invisible things keeps coming in handy.
Yeah, man.
Okay. What else is it going to want to do? Let's see, it is massively injured. It did that. It did that. Let me double check its movement. Oh. I shortchanged it. Okay. Oh, look, and it's really leaving blood marks. Which you guys can see. Though it's more of a mucousy ichor.
Cool.
Okay, new initiative. And ACs.
Oh yeah, I gotta reroll my AC, sorry.
Yep.
I totally forgot that. And my initiative, correct?
Yep. I usually do not do refoots because I feel it gives combat a bit more dynamicism.
Mm-hmm. It's like, if you wish to refoot, you may. I've always liked that. That's why I had in mind.
24 is my AC.
Okay.
22.19 is my initiative.
Okay. Okay. I rolled his initiative for him. Okay, you guys move first. I will assume Ro is kind of looking around to find where it is. He will point out that the creature is over here, clung to the ceiling.
I mean, I can't see the stuff oozing from the thing.
You can, but I'm not quite sure if you would be able to tell that it's clung to the ceiling.
You said if I could tell if it's a what?
Clung to the ceiling, because it is.
Oh. Well, if it's coming from up above...
Fair point. Fair point. Okay. What would you like to do, Kami? Because you have initiative.
Bonus action, initiate a hunter's mark.
Okay.
And I can't remember if hunter's mark is a d6 to damage.
One momento. I will find out for you.
No, we refuse to give you any more Mentos.
So no, accuracy is a d4 to hit.
And are we is this gonna wrap soon, or?
It is gonna wrap. It is gonna wrap soon after this round. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on any wisdom or survival, perception or survival to find it. You can yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, d6 damage extra.
So I'm pretty sure my first hit misses, because that is a 22.
That hits.
Oh, okay. And then...
Are you remembering to roll at disadvantage unless something is countering that?
Yeah, I'm rolling at
Okay.
disadvantage with the 10 on the die. And 27 for the to hit for the second.
Both of those hits hit. Though you will have to move over to it.
Yeah, I will move to it.
What, it is 50 feet away from you, and there are tables as obstacles.
Can I not pseudo fly over it?
You could pseudo fly over it, though how fast can you fly? 30 feet?
Hold on, let me pull it up. Yeah.
It is 50 feet away.
Okay. Can I...
Dragoon jump.
I can't dragoon jump, unfortunately, because the ceiling's too low.
You need to fix that. It's gonna be your place.
Yeah, we're totally gonna give it vaulted ceiling. So trust and believe that. Anywhere I cannot dragoon jump does not make me happy. You know what? I'll take a what do you call that? I'll just like run over there and lose my defense action. Is that how that works?
You're gonna run over there and do what?
I said and lose my defend action, but then I was like, I don't think this how that works.
Lose your defend? No, you'd be using an action to dash. That would leave you with your bonus action, which I believe you already used, and your reaction.
Okay, so now I get 2 actions, so does that just use up 1?
No, I believe... Do you get 2 actions or 2 attacks?
Oh, 2 attacks, sorry.
Yeah, because use an action to take the attack thing, and if you have multiple attacks, you then take multiple attacks with that action.
Then that's fine, I'll just move over there, that's cool.
Okay, are you getting on the table?
Will the on the table make it easier for me to stab at it?
Yes, because unless you have a reach weapon, you can't stab at it right now.
Okay. Currently, no. I will not
Well, it is your turn.
Well, yeah, but I can't. I meant when I'm attacking. So when
Okay.
I'm ready to attack, I will step on the table.
Just move this, that. Bro can totally do that.
I take it Tristan's downstairs helping people.
Yes, he's helping my mom. Let me check her HP. Oh, noes. Oh, noes. Oh, okay.
What?
With the roll that I was holding off on earlier, I can't really because Rosara would have poofed with the amount of damage she took, which means she would no longer have access to her see invisible. So what he has queued over here, I may need to have another roll.
Okay, Google. Good night. $645.
Little help in accuracy, I will count that, since I can see his rolls, and I will count that, which both score a hit. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
So is there a reason why the first one had 2d10 cold?
Say what, 2d10?
Yeah, it had 2d10 cold damage for one of them. In the first roll.
Oh, because one of his strikes had a critical, which of course doubles all the dice that are associated with that. Which is why this time it is not 2d6.
But it still would be, because it's Elven Accuracy, you'd still take the highest, which would still be 19.
Yes, but without Rosara, it he no longer can see it.
So you'd be at disadvantage, but with Elven Accuracy it gives him advantage, so they'd still get normal. So
does Elven Accuracy actually give him advantage, or give him the ability to roll an extra die?
I actually don't know, because I don't do elves.
Disadvantage. Elven Accuracy. Yeah, whenever you have advantage on an attack roll using Dexterity Intelligence, you can reroll one accuracy of uncanny aim with attacks, rely on precision. I think he's missing a section here. I mean, either way it hits, though I don't believe he criticals on a 19.
Yeah, he does.
He does?
The second hit was a 19, then it critical. Because he has a 1 to 2 crit fail. He has a 19 to 20 crit success.
Oh, okay, so one critical. Okay. Ten, 6. Okay.
Make me like one of my French girls.
Okay.
Paint me like one of your anime girls.
2d10 plus...
Yeah. Yeah, the 14 was the extra dice. So I have all that factored. Okay.
D10, D6, D6, D10 again.
Oh, it's another D10? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the cold damage is a D10.
Okay,
The force damage is a D10, and then the, force damage is a D6, normal damage is a D10, and then the cold's a D10.
So that would be 7, 4, and 8 in this case. Okay. And then he comes...
So it would be 19 again.
He comes in with a blow into the air. There is there is a bunch of goo as
Oh, good. I didn't miss everything.
as Ro gets the slaying blow.
Yay.
Independent your rolls, man.
Yeah, I was incorrect in a few things, and he had reminded me. By the way, something you missed. Last round, you and Rosario did get hit. Rosario got hit with enough damage to poof her.
Boo.
You take 17 piercing, and I'll need a con save.
Did you remember to invoke disadvantage
What for the
for the attack on me?
No, I did not invoke disadvantage.
That's a combat presence. That's a reaction. I can force an 8 plus proficiency. I make an insight check. Yeah.
Which I take versus. I know there's
8 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
Okay. Okay, I will roll again then.
So in this case, 15 plus, so a total of 27 versus that.
It rolled a 25 for the with disadvantage.
Okay, so that's the way it's.
Yeah.
That's a whopping 5. Nope.
For your constitution?
Yeah, 5.
And so on top of the 17 piercing, you take 14 poison.
Yay.
Damn it, Ro. Stop being poisoned.
But with this thing being killed, its body becomes visible.
Yeah, I'm not worried. It's poison damage, not actually poison.
So if it's dead, what is it?
I don't think me killing it gives me a name.
Okay. You see in its now visible body, though even with it being visible, there's parts of its body that seem to be artifacting a little bit. You see on its abdomen it's the same texture as the seedlings on Kami's, I guess, clothing, since it got to her. Except it looks like it's sprouted a bit with some a quartet of short roots that have like embedded itself into the creature's body. If you would like, you could make a nature roll at advantage to try to finally identify this thing.
21.
Okay.
Awesome.
I mean,
Yeah, I
might
know,
need
that's-
to get new clothes.
This is
No, she'll be fine.
this is a ghost walk spider.
Oh, fun.
It has the ability to become invisible and intangible, gaining various bonuses by doing so. Though it attacking does not render it visible.
Oh, fun.
It also has standard gimmicks like spider climbs and spider.
So it's not intangible, it's just invisible.
Well, it's also kind of intangible, but due to the wording, I'm presuming it can that it can attack,
Okay.
but somehow receive strikes. This is a stronger corrupted, which you would not expect to just normally be around. Especially in like an urban-like environment.
Okay, so that's not good.
It does have those tree-like things
Yeah.
on it.
So I'm going to take 10 minutes to drop the super special tree killing ritual.
Okay, you're talking about where you... Okay.
The positive energy thing that we did that...
Okay, due to...
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 20 minutes. And so this is what we used to kill the tree before, so...
No, use it to decay the building
Right, the building,
infused with
right.
corruption.
Okay.
Okay, considering the states of this,
They're seedlings, so maybe it'll still work.
the seeds that are like on Kami's outfit will wither and crack in the dust. The partially sprouted one will crackle and kind of look fossil-like.
And that'll boop it and shatter it, I guess.
Crack.
I got you. 1 second. I'm typing it out. So if you want to heal yourself, that's mana I can save for later.
Did they just drop from the...
No, I muted them because they were talking and we couldn't hear you.
Okay.
There you go, Sierra. 16 hit points.
With the emergence of an unusually powerful corrupted, combined with these tangible, well, formerly tangible seeds that have now been turned to dust, you have definitively seen that even not grown into a tree, these seeds themselves can rapidly and extensively corrupt and creatures. In this case, it was likely just a normal spider before. The ghost spider, as I mentioned, the ghost box spider, as I mentioned, being uncommon, especially in the urban environment. Whatever the Shadow Forest is, it's clearly attempting to encroach on the Cardinal itself. The Pezier have given rather notable attention to the Den of Sin. This investigator going as far as to dominate several of the patrons for a cause as yet not crystal clear.
I would like to note that several of the patrons get dominated on the regular.
So noted.
Money for that. Carry on.
This is not willful though, so it is.
Yeah, there's no sacred vault in this one.
Will the investigator's plan be fulfilled by proxy? Will you see the investigator at a later date? And what of this person from Acadia seeking the light on a instruction from Dax the Diviner? How will this all link together? Find out next time.
Good session. Guten Abend.
Good
Thank you.
Good game.